shows a big 13-2 on their way to the state finals this year. And Coach Randy Borchers to my left. Off next to him is Will Ludwig, defensive end. Linebacker, or offensive lineman Zach Newman. Over here we got Aaron Morgan, defensive back and wide receiver, and quarterback and defensive back extraordinaire Tyler Morris over here, who's been a big part of this program. And Coach, just go over your program a little bit. Talk about a watermark 13 wins for the school. Went 4-0 versus Class 6A, District 6 foes, even though you're a Class 5A school. Your defense allowed 14 points and held 7 opponents to 7 points or fewer, including 3 shutouts on the season. Offensively, you averaged 32.7 with a school record 40 games over, 7 games over 40 points on the season. And man, Coach, what a run. In fact, you know, I saw you guys early in the year against Boone County, and the one thing that really impressed me is you guys believe. You know, and coaches will talk about it year in and year out, about having guys just really believe in you. And I watched those guys in your post game after beating Boone County, and I think that was like your second or third win of the year, but you were really taking it to some bigger schools. Talk about how they bought into what you were trying to sell this year.
I think it started last year. As soon as our season was over, a lot of these guys, Kelly Sims and Zach Newman, those guys really bought into us in the off season and in the weight room, and you can see us progress. And the biggest thing is we came together as a team. And one of the things we talked about all year was, you know, you're playing for each other more than you're playing for yourself. And it just kind of bought into it. They bought into it. We just kind of carried on, and we started winning, and things kind of took care of themselves after that.
When you look at some of these kids like Tyler Morris and Zach over here, who have been in this program for 3-4 years, they had to take their lumps early. As a coach, what do you tell those kids as underclassmen to make them say, hey, you know what, it's going to be all right in the end?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we just try to keep things positive and continue to get better every week. And we continue to go back and talk to the kids and show them us, you know, how we were getting better on film and that. And they just kind of bought into what we were doing. And you know, luckily, you know, we started off 0-4 our juniors when you guys were juniors. And we kept telling them, just continue buying what we're doing. We had a very tough non-district schedule our junior year. And you know, kind of the turning point, you know, this program was us beating Connor 2 years ago in the district and going on to win the district. And you know, we got beat in the first round of the playoffs. But we knew we weren't far away from being a pretty good football team. And you know, we came out, we had a huge win against Ryle their senior year this year, and since then, you know, we just continue to get better as the year went on.
Defensively, that's where you guys really made your mark. Talk about that side of the ball, because it really did propel you guys to get into the state final.
It did. We kind of held our hat on defense all year, and really the last 2 years. And our defense was playing good as, you know, the entire year, but our offense continued to catch up to where our defense was. And we got to the point, you know, there was a couple games early on, the Boone game, and you know, really even the Ryle game where we felt like our defense had to win the football game for us. And we really talked defense all season, and then our offense continued to get better as the year went on, and come playoff time we were kind of clicking it. And then it kind of took a little bit off of our defense, and our offense started putting some points on the board.
Well, let's take it over to some of your players. Go to the far end to Zach Newman. Sorry about that. Zach's an offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and his coach was saying, you know, you took your lumps, but when you get downstate to play the state championship, what's the feeling like for you guys as seniors? All of a sudden you're here and you're in this big situation.
Best feeling ever, being the first Quaker football team to take us to state, and having seniors lead us there, and it's just a great feeling.
You know, looking back at your legacy, when you talk about seniors, this senior class, you've come a long way. When you look at your legacy, what do you think it'll be here at Cooper?
I think everyone will definitely remember this team and the senior leadership that not only we had, but the seniors before us had to get us to this point within 5 years of trophy.
Moving next to you is Will Ludwig. Will, you play defensive end, and some very good guys. You're only a junior. You're coming back. Now you're going to become a leader on this team. How have things changed for you in the offseason?
Well, I got to take a bigger part in getting guys motivated because I can pretty much just leave it to the seniors to lead everybody and have them tell everybody what to do, but now that's my job, and I got to take this team as far as I can. Me and a couple of the other seniors that are coming back, and we're the ones with the experience and know how to play. We've been in varsity games before, so we're going to have to help all these other guys get up to the same level.
For you, when we look at Cooper, the fan base has gotten really good. When I go to games out there, there seems to be huge support. As you, as a player, when you look up into the stands from, you even played as a freshman a little bit at the varsity level. How have things changed from the time you started there to now, looking at that crowd out there?
It's a lot crazier now. There's so many people who just go up and you see everybody in the stands. Before it was just all parents and a couple kids every now and then that stayed with the team, and now we just have this huge following. The whole school gets behind us and the entire community gets behind us. It's a lot different.
Sounds good. We're going to move everything over here to the offensive side of the ball. To my right, Aaron Morgan, another junior on this team. Aaron is on second team all tristatefootball.com wide receiver in 2012. He's one of the rising stars in Northern Kentucky, and we'll hear a lot about him in the upcoming year. And Aaron, for you, a lot of different things. You were a big play kind of guy. Things seem to open up to you. A lot of, even interceptions, punt returns, wide receiver. What was it about you that made you get so open and see the field in such a big vision?
Working throughout the offseason, my speed got a lot better than it was my sophomore year, and right here got me the ball a lot in open spots and do nice passes, and everybody would block and everything else. So it was mostly my team that helped me out getting open spaces.
Well, let's talk about your speed. When you say your speed got better, what did you do to improve that from your sophomore year to your junior year?
I went to a speed camp throughout the summer and in the basketball season.
And how, at the speed camp, what did they teach you to become faster?
Just like open up your strides and stretch more and just run with your knees up instead of like running on your heels and stuff.
And now, did you run track as well?
No, I didn't.
Are you planning on running track after all that?
I haven't made up my mind yet.
Sounds good. Well, let's talk about the guy that led you here. Tyler Morris, the quarterback for the Cooper Jaguars. And Tyler was a finalist for our Offensive Player of the Year in 2011. And Tyler, it's got to be very fulfilling to you to see your team not only get from where you started to being in that state championship game, wasn't it?
Yes, sir, it was.
Talk a little bit about that journey for you, how tough it was, because you really did take some lumps as a sophomore.
Yeah, sophomore year I started out taking a lot of lumps, and we just worked together throughout the past couple of off seasons. And last year we started off like Coach Borchers said, we got better and better as the seasons went on.
When you look at the options that you had this year as compared to when you were a sophomore, Devontae Bradley I think was there when you were a sophomore running the football. But now you had a passing game to go to. How did the offense really evolve with you, and what did Coach let you do to make that offense better?
Sophomore year we really relied on Devontae, and over the past couple of years we've gained a lot of experience with feeling like it was working harder. It gave me a chance to give them the ball.
Favorite part for you in your senior year, and favorite moment for you as a Cooper Jaguar that goes out of here with pretty big accolades to his name? Favorite part?
Just making it to state. Literally, it was a great experience.
Sounds good. These are the Cooper Jaguars, everybody. Let's give them a big round of applause. When we come back on stage, we're going to bring up who do we have next? The Cubcat? Is that correct? Cubcat is up next on stage with Brady Labor, and we'll be right back.